No matter where you're based in Nigeria, there are a lot of photographers that you can create modeling content with, and you don't have to pay them. This video is going to be showing you a 3-step process on how to get free photo shoots from professional photographers. Applying this 3-step process, you have to understand that it works for anybody you send it to. You get professional photographers, professional makeup artists, professional models that you like to collaborate with. If you're using this 3-step process, you're going to be getting quality photo shoots that you're going to be posting on your page. You don't have to worry about not having funds to pay any photographers or makeup artists for a good modeling shoot. Without taking much of your time, I'm just going to explain briefly what this 3-step process is all about and how you can apply them. Hello guys, welcome to How to Be a Model from Suicide Models. In today's video, we are going to be discussing about the most important aspect of becoming a model. If you're a model, one of the most important things you have to be doing is creating modeling content. Content is the most important part of any online growth. If you want to build your career as a model, you will need content to do that. And the challenges for a lot of aspiring models is how to get modeling content, because the most popular belief is that you have to pay a huge amount of money to a professional photographers to get your modeling content done. So most models starting up, they don't really have that funds to start up, so they just believe that because they don't have funds, then that means they can't get modeling content. So this video is going to be showing you a 3-step process on how to get free photo shoots from professional photographers. No matter where you're based in Nigeria, there are a lot of photographers that you can create modeling content with, and you don't have to pay them. And this 3-step process is going to show you how you're going to apply it and get the same results. So you don't have to worry about not having funds to pay any photographers or makeup artists for a good modeling shoot. My name is Fred Money. I am an artist, songwriter, book author, and the founder of Suicide Models. In our previous video, we covered the first stage of becoming a model, which is opening an online profile. As if you're just starting up your modeling career, one of the first things you have to do is open an online profile for yourself that you're going to start building. And in the previous video, we covered the 7 key things that you need to know when opening an online profile to make sure it is set up professionally. So this video, we want to cover the most important thing, which is how to actually get content, because that's where a lot of models are lacking behind, because they feel like if they don't have money, they can't get professional photo shoots. A lot of our models have been using this 3-step process to get good quality photo shoots that they've been using to build their online portfolio, and you want to start doing that as well. Initially, we've been keeping this strictly to our models. It's just of recent that we opened this page, and then we want to start sharing these tips and guides to a lot of aspiring models, because we want to reach and help a lot of aspiring models build a successful modeling career. That is why this page is being created. So without taking much of your time, I'm just going to explain briefly what this 3-step process is all about and how you can apply them. So first things first, you've created your profile, right? Now when it comes to creating content online, one of the things you need to know is that you have to contact people. You have to engage with people to actually get content. But most models don't really know how to contact people, probably because they're shy, or probably because if they see a photographer that they want to contact, they would like to work with, they'll get into this fear mindset that, okay, probably because the photographer has a lot of followers, then maybe they are not up to the standard of messaging them, or they feel like the photographer is not going to have that time because they themselves don't have much following on their page, you get. So I don't want you to confuse your head or fill your mind with a lot of silly things, you get, because it's silly to feel like because you don't have enough following or you don't have enough followers, then it means you can't contact someone that has millions of followers or thousands of followers, you get. That is the mindset that you have to let go of, right? So applying this 3-step process, you have to understand that it works for anybody you send it to. You get professional photographers, professional makeup artists, professional models that you like to collaborate with. If you're using this 3-step process, you're going to be getting quality photo shoots that you're going to be posting on your page, because the most important aspect about growing your online presence or growing your modeling career in general is strictly based on the modeling content that you're putting out there. You don't want to create a profile and then come and be posting selfies and all those things that are not related to modeling. No, that's not what you want to be doing. A lot of models want to build their portfolio online, but most of them don't really have the the right informations on how to operate online or what to do to actually make that happen. So this 3-step process, if you start applying it, is going to cover that most important aspect of becoming a model, which is getting you content. So without talking too much, let me just dive into the 3-step process. So this is what you need to know before you apply it. Like I mentioned before, you already have your online profile all set up professionally. If your account is not set up professionally, this might not work for you, because one of the importance of having a professional online profile set for yourself as a model is so that people that are seeing you online would have that first impression that, okay, you're a professional, you know what you're doing, you understand. It doesn't matter if you have a content in your page yet. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. Just there are ways that you can make sure your account is set up professionally, the way a modeling account should be set up. So that is what I want you to get first. So if your account is set up professionally, then you're ready to start using this 3-step process. But if it's not, then in the previous video we covered the 7 key things that you need to know before opening an online profile. This 3-step process now is centered on 3 individual messages that you're going to be sending to photographers around you. Don't worry, it's something that works, you understand. Like I said, a lot of our models have been using this to get good professional photo shoots with a lot of professional photographers around their state. It doesn't matter where you are from. If you can apply these principles, then you're actually going to get the same results. So the first thing you need to do is go to your search bar on whichever platform that you're using. If it's Instagram or TikTok, whichever one, go to your search bar and then type hashtag photographer in your state. Like for example, if you're in Lagos or in an Abuja, you can use hashtag Lagos photographer or hashtag Abuja photographer, whichever state you're from. So when you search hashtag the photographer in your state, you're going to get a list of content that photographers in your state have posted. There's a reason why you want to be contacting photographers in your state, because you don't want to contact someone that you can't reach or you can't meet for photo shoots. Remember, we are trying to accomplish all this with little funds, right? You don't have much funds to pay for shoots and all those things, so there's a big chances that you won't have the transport fare to go to other states to go and get photo shoots. You get. So in this process, you want to be contacting photographers in your state, and this is how it works. So when you search that hashtag on whichever platform that you're using, and you get the feed of photographers that have posted content on that platform. So what you want to be doing now is go through the feeds, go through the content that have been posted there. If you see the ones that you like, go to the profile of the photographer and then confirm that this is an actual person, because there's a lot of people posting duplicates of other people's content. So you know that this is an original photographing account by the profile, the bio and everything, the category and everything is set. Most professional photographers online, they have their category set as photographer or photography. Like you will easily know an actual photographer by looking at the profile. So once you have confirmed that this is a real person, once you confirm that this is a real photographer, then the next step you're going to do before messaging them, you go through their page and then just engage in maybe 3 to 4 or 5 of their contents. Like let's say you like 5 of their photos or 5 of their videos, or maybe you comment on 1 or 2 of them. If you don't want to comment, it's fine, you can use an emoji or anything, but if you don't want to comment, it's fine, just liking 5. So you just like 5 of their photos. So this is just to give them the impression that you have actually looked at what their content is all about. You understand? So once you like that 5, then this is where you go to the messaging. So the 3-step process is, like I said, is centered on 3 individual messages that you're going to be sending these guys, right? So the first process is basically what we call greetings and compliments, right? All you're going to be doing in that first part is just sending a greeting message and then compliment on the work they're doing, right? You don't have to say much. All you just have to do is like, hey, good day, wow, your profiles are really amazing, your shots are very inspiring and stuff like that. So don't go into much details in that first part, and once you send that first message, you let it be. For the sake of making sure this works for you, in the description of the post of this video, you are going to list down the three-step process that you can just copy and then paste. So the first process is just greeting and compliment. Most people are going to respond to that. If we are all humans, we all react the same way when giving a compliment, you understand? So when someone gives you a compliment, you're most likely going to open up, right? You're going to want to give the person more attention to whatever they want to say and stuff like that. It's just human nature. So once you send this first message, you don't send the second message, because like I said, the three-step process is 3 individual messages that you have to send, one after the other. So when you send the first process, just hold on and wait for the person to reply. The person is definitely going to reply. Alright, so when the person reply, you're going to get something like, wow, thank you, I appreciate and stuff like that, or I'm glad you like it and stuff like that. So this is where you apply the second principle, right? This is where you apply the second step. The second step is stating your business, right? Now you've gotten this person attention by giving them the compliment. Now you want to let them know why you're texting them, right? So in this part as well, you don't have to say much. In the description, we're going to list them down, so you can just copy it. But basically, what you just have to say in the second step is just stating your business. Like you can say something like, I'm a model, I just started my modeling career, so I was going through the profiles of photographers around me that I can collaborate with, and I came across your content. And your content are just the kind of professional content I would like to be putting out there as a model. This is deep, because anyone you say this stuff to is just going to know that, okay, well, this person knows what they're talking about, and thank you for actually liking my stuff again. So this is just like you backing on the first initial compliment you gave them. All right, so it doesn't end there. The second step process will also carry something like, after you tell them that, okay, I was going through the profile of photographers around my area that I can collaborate with, and I came across your content, and wow, your content are just the type of professional shoot I would like to be putting out there. I don't know if you're up for, if you have any shoot coming up in this previous week that I can tag along, I am available for collaboration. Now, this whole process of getting free photo shoot is centered on doing collaborations. I know a lot of models don't really understand how important collaboration would be. In short, as a content creator, collaboration is one of the most important things you're going to have to be doing at your very initial state. Even when you've been blown, a lot of big artists or big public figures around, they do a lot of collaborations with themselves. So starting up, you want to use collaboration to your advantage, because with collaborations, you're not paying anybody, nobody's paying you. It's just about the two parties getting quality content to post on their feeds, right? Those content you're posting on your feed is what is going to be building your portfolio as a model, and those contents you did for free as a collaboration is what will eventually attract clients or potential collaborators that will want to pay you for a shoot or hire you for something. So it works to your advantage. So when you send the photographer that second step process, then you're definitely going to get a yes answer, or you see the photographer is going to tell you that they are not available for collaborations at the moment and stuff like that. That is not a bad thing. If you send them the second process and the photographer replies with he's not down for collaboration, don't just stop there, don't just give up, you understand? It's normal. It doesn't even mean that you can't work with that photographer. What it only means is that right now his schedule is tight. So there's a good chance that in the future you most likely work with that person if you continue with this process. You get, so the second process, after you get a response, they are definitely going to tell you, okay, yeah, I have something coming up or stuff like that, or what do you have in mind and stuff like that. So now this is where you apply the third process. The third process is just sealing the deal. You know, we call it getting a date for a shoot, right? Because you're contacting this person, you don't want to leave the whole conversation without making sure that you've gotten a date that you want to shoot. Your priority is getting photo shoot, right? So getting the date is very, very, very valuable. So this part is just about getting their contact, so you can take it from that platform to a much more personal interactions, like on WhatsApp. So on WhatsApp now, this is where you guys can talk about the date where you guys want to shoot, or the kind of content you want to shoot and stuff like that. You get, so if you can just copy these descriptions and post it and apply it, then you're going to get a result. You understand? So that's basically what the 3-step process is about. It's not magic, it's just something that happens naturally, right? So to recap, the 3-step process, it's 3 individual messages. all you have to do first, before you send the first process, make sure you've engaged in that post, so that they will know that, okay, this person knows. You can't, because you can't be telling person that wow, your content are really nice, and then you've not actually liked the content. You get, they might just see you like maybe you're just capping. You get, so engage in the profile first, and then send them that first message. Wait for that reply. You have to wait for that reply. Don't just send the 3 process at the same time. You understand? Waiting for that reply makes you know that, okay, this person is interested, because once you send the first process and the person replies you, then you know you've gotten this person's attention. You understand? So that's how it works. The second process comes after that. You state your business, and then the third process is sealing the date, getting a date for a shoot. That is just what this 3-step process is all about, and we've been using this a lot in our agency for our models, because the whole idea for these tips and guide is this: we don't want our models to completely depend on the agency to get them photo shoots that are going to be using to build their profile. So the reason why we are coaching this to our models, the reason why we have been coaching this to our models, is so that they can be independent while getting photo shoots and getting things done. They can close deals for themselves, and a lot of that. So they don't have to wait till when the agency is giving you a shoot before you can get the shoot. A lot of people can just message anybody they want, anybody they admire their content, any photographer they admire their content, and then get photo shoots from. So we want them to be that way, that even aside from the agency getting them shoots, they themselves, they can get shoots for themselves, by just doing this little engagement. And this engagement builds your circle of friends. You get, if you're sending this message to like 20 photographers every day, within a week you will get like at least 10 photographers that have said yes. At least the number is going to be much, because one thing you need to understand, and one thing I think you don't know yet, is that a lot of photographers want to collaborate with the models. You just have to make sure, put yourself out there, like let them know that you are available for collaborations. A lot of photographers do collaborative shoot. I'm a photographer as well, so I do a lot of collaborative shoots with models as well. You understand? So don't think that because you're messaging someone then you have to pay for that shoot. No, even if the person charges and all those things, yes, the term collaborative is self-explanatory. Like if you send a message to the photographer that you want to do a collaborative shoot, the photographer instantly knows that you're not paying for that shoot because it is collaborative. So if he says yes, then which means you're getting a free shoot that you don't have to pay for. It's as simple as that. I don't know if you get. So this tactics works, because if you just sit, and this is where a lot of models don't leave that comfort zone, don't really get anything done, because they just wait for things to happen instead of making things happen. Sitting on your sitting on your lap and just waiting for probably maybe someone to contact you for a shoot or stuff like that, when you have not started doing anything whatsoever that is related to modeling, it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you, and it is most likely not going to happen. Nobody's just going to message you that they want to book you for a shoot without you posting you doing anything related to modeling. You understand? So to wrap this video up, I'm going to point out that you should know that as far as online growth is concerned, right? As far as your online growth is concerned as a model, you want to be creating content as much as possible. And creating content is not just about posting selfies or just anyhow random photos and stuff like that about yourself. No, you can take a selfie of yourself, or you can take a photo of yourself striking a pose. There's a lot of modeling content that a lot more aspiring models don't post. Even if they can, they don't actually post those kind of content. There's a lot of modeling content that you can post on your page to grow your page. It is not just about taking photo shoots with big brands. It's not just about taking photo shoots with big clients and stuff like that. You get, there are a lot of modeling content that you can be posting on your page on a daily basis or weekly basis that will be growing your portfolio, that will be putting you in the eyes of your potential clients, people that will want to book you. You get, but when you feel like, okay, before you put any content on your page, it has to be this certain way, it has to be this certain way, it has to be a book shoot that that they make you up, put you on a nice wear and attire and stuff like that. No. You're just going to be delaying yourself, because those kind of shoots will come eventually, right? But you have to start something small. You have to start from where you are, whatever devices that you have on your phone, no matter which kind of phone you're using. As far as you can take photo shoot, as far as you can take clear photo and clear video, it doesn't have to be HD clear, but as far as you can, in the video you take with your phone, they can see you clearly without it being blurred, then you can use that phone to actually create modeling content. Alright, so what you just have to put in check is your background, the background you're using. You can just get a free street. You understand? You can get a free street where you try different catwalk sessions. You try different catwalk. Probably maybe you post a beat, you play a beat, and then you're trying to do a catwalk on that beat. You can do it for a lot of songs, where you just play songs and then do catwalk on that song. That's the modeling content that can actually blow you up. And then another one is this: you taking a video or photo shoot of yourself, or photo of yourself trying different poses, is also a modeling content. This tool that I just mentioned is a very, very big thing that you can use to your advantage. There's a lot of different poses that you can try. You see online, or that models have already done. Then you just try it and just try the poses yourself. So if you do that thing, keep that up weekly or monthly, you're going to actually get seen. You understand? So your very start doesn't have to be all glamour and all that. You can just start from whichever device, like I said, that you have, and just start building your portfolio, because you have to build something, and building something literally means that it's not going to be perfect at that first time, right? If you're building something from scratch, it's going to be imperfect at the beginning. Till when it's finished, then you know that you've gotten a finished product. So you don't just become popular as a model, you don't just become a public figure at your first try. So don't get into the mentality that you need everything to be perfect. I'm writing a book called You Are Not a Model. This book is different from the previous one I wrote before for our models that we talked about in the previous video. This one is much more on the reasons why you are not a model yet. You understand? The reason why nobody takes you seriously as a model. And this is just me being frank. It's your fault. It's nobody's fault. It is your fault. If you're not a model, if nobody's taking you seriously as a model right now, it is your fault. You understand? It is you changing something that is going to change that. If you don't change anything, nothing is going to change. You understand? If you don't change anything, nothing is going to change. If you don't start taking steps, taking actions that will eventually lead to more exposures for yourself as a model, then nobody is going to see you. This is just the plain truth. A lot of models already have in their advantage ways that they can create modeling content, but they're not making use of it. So the book covers the things you're not doing, and this is the reason why you are not a model. You understand? So if you want to become a model, if you want to change that whole reality for yourself, you just have to start acting like a model and start taking the necessary steps to getting discovered as a model. Let me let you know this. Every successful models that you see today online, they have to follow some certain steps to build their portfolio or their profile to get to where they are today. You need to know that everybody that has ever become successful had to take some certain steps to get there, and you're not going to get there yourself if you don't take the same steps. Alright, so if you're just joining us, you're welcome. Make sure to follow the channel and then hit that bell notification so that you don't miss the next video that we're going to be posting. So if you have any question as a model, you can ask us in our DMs or in our email at Suicide Modeling, or you can ask the question in the comments. If you want us to create a particular videos to cover something that you're having challenge with, we'll be able to do that. So once again, thank you for being here, and we'll see you guys in the next video.